Hey, I'm Dorcas, speaker, author, and transformational healing coach. For the past 5 years, I have been joyously healing from a life of abandonment trauma, rape, suicidal ideations, molestation, and so much more. Now I get to live in my purpose while empowering you to embrace the joy of your own healing journey. I unapologetically spoke my truth and I did the work. Now it's time to go deeper as I empower you and let you know that healing is so worth it as we go beyond. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Beyond the Healing the podcast, where we're here to have some real relatable conversations that will give you hope and some tools that will help you go deeper in your healing journey and beyond. As you can see, it's just me today. It is Dorcas, aka Coach Dorcas, and we've had some amazing guests this season, and we have a few more guests that are going to uh, come on and just really inspire you and give you a glimpse into what their life has been like beyond the healing. But today, for this episode, I just wanted to just give you a glimpse into my life beyond the healing, what life has been like for me. Since I have embarked on a very intensive healing journey from all of the things that plagued me from my childhood. And to be honest with you, life beyond the healing for me has been just that. It has been more healing. I've had several guests this season, starting off from episode 1 with Jessica. She said that, healing for her, beyond the healing for her, is that there's still healing needs to be done. And that's the thing about it. You know, we go through stages of healing because healing is continuous. And for me, healing from the childhood trauma and the things that shaped my identity from a child, the molestation, the abandonment, the rape, all those things, those had to go first. I had to heal from those things because those were the things that kept me hidden, the things that really had a strong hold on me, the things that had me questioning my entire existence. And so those were the issues that were most pressing. It was the weight of those things that kept me from fully embracing exactly who I am in Christ. It was those things that kept me from seeing myself the way that God sees me. And so God had to allow me to go through, I say, the ICU, the intensive care unit of my healing journey, and healing from those things first. And once he realized, he knew that I was able to trust him and depend on him and obey him, and I was willing to heal, and I completed the healing, that he could show me other areas of my life that needed to be healed. And so, yeah, beyond the healing for me has been more healing, and I'm able to embrace those seasons, even though some of them have been very uncomfortable, you know, deep in the valley healing. But I know it was necessary for me to continue to elevate, continue to grow, continue to be positioned for where God has taken me as a speaker, as a wife, as a daughter of God, as a mom, as a author, as a coach, as a business owner, as all the things that he has for me. I had to show him that, God, I'm willing to do the work. And because I was willing to do the hard and heart work the first time, the work of acknowledging and accepting and showing the world me, the me that I tried so many years to hide, the me that was broken, the me that was battered, the me that saw herself as damaged goods. I was willing to show the world that me. And because I was willing to show the world that version of me and expose it all, so that God can show me how to heal, so that God could strip away the weight that had been keeping me from moving forward, the weight that had me questioning my own existence. God had to remove that weight. And I had to give him permission to do so through obedience and trust. And he knew that if I could trust him with that stuff, the stuff that I thought people would judge me for, the stuff that I thought people would condemn me for, the stuff that I wanted to hide, then he could trust me with the rest. And so I've had many valleys. I've climbed many mountaintops. And it's going to continue to be that as long as I'm living. Because life beyond the healing, it's a lot better. It's a lot sweeter. There's a lot more peace. There's so much more joy. And it's all because I'm choosing daily to embrace this journey of life. I'm choosing to decide to keep going. I'm choosing to focus on the perspective of God. He has me here for a reason. And because he has me in these seasons of whether it's in the valley or whether I'm on a mountaintop, it's for a reason. Because he's in the valleys, he's equipping me to climb the mountain, to embrace what's on the mountain. But just like you go up one mountain, you have to come down that same mountain. Yes, it would be sweeter if we could just stay on top of the mountaintop forever. And in a sense, we do. But God has to continue to stretch us, continue to condition us, because the goal is for us to go from glory to glory to glory. We're not meant to remain stagnant. We're not meant to just level out. We're not meant to just be content with life where we are, especially when God has shown us and told us, and we know that we're called for greater. If I hadn't adopted the God perspective, there's no way I could have made it through some of the valley seasons that God has had me in, because I had to choose to look at it differently. God has been, this year alone, God has been conditioning me for something. I don't know how great it is or the magnitude of what it is, but he's conditioning me for something. And I've been in a valley, but in that valley, he has shown me areas of me that still needed to be healed. He has gotten me into those quiet places and spoken to me and has shown me why I was reacting a certain way, why I was feeling a certain way. And it's only because I invite God daily to show me. That was one of the hardest things I had to do when I first embarked on this healing journey in 2019. But now I welcome it. I welcome God showing me, because my desire is to be the best version of me. The version that God created, the version that is at the end of my life. The version that when it's all said and done and my work is done, that version of me. So in order for me to become that version of me, I have to welcome God. I have to welcome him showing me or convicting me or taking me through those valleys of conditioning. My rank is increasing. My capacity is increasing. And it's not perfect. You know, I don't want you to think that, oh, I'm going to heal and then life is going to be all cotton candy and rainbows. No. No. Because we're still going to live. Things are still going to happen. God is going to continue to require more of us, more of me. And so, in order for me to be ready to meet the requirement, I have to be willing to stay in the valley. I have to be willing to get closer to him. I have to be willing to say, not my will, but your will be done. I have to be willing to just keep going. He says, seek ye first my kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be added to me. But if I'm concerned about where I want to be, I'm not seeking the kingdom and his righteousness. I'm seeking self-glorification. I'm seeking see me. But my heart's desire is just for God's glory to be seen in every area of my life. That part. That's the thing that matters beyond the healing. It's not about who's going to say my name. It's not about who's going to recognize me. It's not about any of that. Although, if God sees fit for Tim Ross or Tasha Cobbs or whomever or Fantasia or any of those people or the bishops that we know or whomever to say my name, cool. My only desire is for God to say, daughter, I trust you. Daughter, I trust you with the assignment. Daughter, I trust you with my people. What profits a man to gain the world and lose his soul? Like, my soul is what matters. And so beyond the healing for me is making sure that my soul is content with God, that my soul is postured in alignment with God, that every part of my life is in his will. Some days I fall short because I do want certain things. I do wish certain things were differently, but I can't dwell there. You can't dwell there. Like, that's just what it is. You know, we desire, we say, God, use me. Like when we say those words, God, I just want to be a vessel for your people. God, I just want to disciple. We have to be willing to stay in a valley a little bit longer. We have to be willing to go up and to come down. We have to be willing to let God be God no matter what it looks like. And we have to understand that his promises are yes and amen. We have to understand that our words have so much power. We understand that have to understand that our perspective has so much power. That part right there. I often say that God knows what we need, when we need it, and how we need it. So I settle there. He said he will meet all of my needs. So I settle there. He said he will give me the desires of my heart. I settle there. Beyond the healing is not a walk in a park, but it is at the same time. Don't overthink that statement. It's not a walk in the park because healing is continuous. It's not a walk in the park because you're going to go through life now and never have to heal again, never have to go through anything. It's not no. But it's a walk in the park. It's because you get to go through those things and go through the ups and downs and be hurt again and experience trauma again. But this time you do it with the tools and that God has equipped you with by doing it the first time and the second time and the third time and the fourth time. Like, just become an expert healer. Like, become an expert in healing. I tell people when I've breathed my last breath and what I desire to be spoken about me is that she believed in hope and healing. Like, those two words I want to be synonymous to my name, Dorcas. Beyond the healing for me is bigger than just me. Beyond the healing for me is bigger than the titles. If I never have another title on my name, title before my name is really the only title that carries weight is daughter. And beyond the healing from it has been me getting comfortable with being just his daughter. And not getting caught up in everything else. That is why I embrace this journey beyond the healing. Because I get to be vulnerable with you. I get to be open and transparent with you. I get to show you my heart. And in showing you my heart, I'm showing you the heart of God. I don't want to fit in a box. And it has been a challenge for me when I've tried to fit in a box beyond this healing. There isn't a box that will fit me because I'm not meant to be in a box. You're not meant to be in a box. You're not meant to conform. And I've been transformed. And so in being transformed, I no longer fit. As a coach, my desire is not to be like everybody else. Not to get stuck on the 1, 2, 3s and the ABCs. But as a coach, I want to give you a new perspective, a fresh perspective about your situation. Because in that fresh perspective, you have the catalyst for transformation. As a speaker, I don't want to just make you feel good. I want to hold the mirror with love, with grace, with compassion. As an author, I want to give you a deeper look into my life, my journey. As a business owner, my desire is to show you that the money, the wealth, the success is so much sweeter from a healed and whole perspective. As a founder and editor-in-chief of a life-changing magazine, my desire is for you to have a space to just let your light shine, to give you an opportunity to share your story in print, or to do something you've always dreamed of, to give you space, wanting nothing in return. And as a podcaster, to give you a platform to speak your truth in healing, your truth in beyond. Beyond the healing is a journey that I will take over and over again. Because in taking this journey, I'm falling deeper and deeper in love with me. Not in an arrogant or boastful or prideful way, but in the words of Auntie Tab, oh God, I thank you. Wait. Because there was a point in my life I didn't love this girl. But life beyond the healing, I'm falling deeper and deeper in love with her. Because I see her with the perspective of God. I see her with new vision. I see her for who she is. So this season, I've enjoyed every moment of giving you the perspective of my guests and just having those real conversations and them just allowing you into their journeys. Beyond the healing is so dope because you really have the opportunity to have everything that God desires for you beyond the healing. So tonight was, today's episode wasn't what you may have been expecting, but it was what you needed. And can I tell you, It was all designed by God. I am truly thankful that I get to do this. I get to provide this platform, or any platform, to just empower you to do it, embrace it, fall in love with the journey, fall in love with you all over again, and to just shift your perspective. We still have more left in this season, but wherever you are in your journey, always remember to give yourself grace, because you won't always get it right. The grace that God gives us when we don't get it right. Embrace the journey in the healing. Embrace the journey beyond the healing. And I will catch y'all on next week's episode. And you know I love you with the love of the Lord, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Until next time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in, and see you next week for another episode of Beyond the Healing.